Hello my planner pals and welcome back. And if you're new here, then thank you for joining me and giving me a try. My name is Di, I am here at Creative Karma Design, and today I'm coming at you with Project Life for week 35 and week 36. I can't even believe we're this far through the project. I can't even. So this is memory keeping that I'm doing in a big disc happy planner, and I could have just reused the vertical layout and all of that, but I wanted the kind of Project Life, just plug it in and go, like grid system. That's one of the things that draws me to the Project Life system. It's so easy to just pop the little images in and you're done. It's just easy. It takes like the guesswork out of it. You don't have to think. There's only like 9 slots maximum on a page. You could do more if you did smaller photos, but yeah, it just takes a lot of the guesswork out. So I do have a template, and I have a tutorial on making the template in Canva, but I do have a template. If you want it, email me and I will send you the link. And you can just pop your photos in and you're good. So yeah, this is week 35 and week 36. So this was week 35 was the interim week of Cosmo getting his eye surgery, and this was the week that Stella was still at Trudy's, and then I picked her up midweek. So she'd been away for a week while he was recovering from his initial surgery. So we got her back, and I'm not kidding when I say, that is her, splayed out on the futon. She literally slept the whole rest of the day that I picked her up. She didn't move. She just basically slept the whole time. And Cosmo was actually on the floor, barking at her at one point, play with me, play with me. And she was just like, dude, I'm exhausted. I've just been playing all week. I'm tired. So, yeah. So I got Stella back. I've got a picture of the bruises on the left-hand side that are all over my legs from Cosmo's cone. I've got The Quiet Place Day 1, was a movie that I watched this week. I don't recommend. It's not as good as the other two. Yeah, it just wasn't as good. And it's a little bit unrealistic in places, I got to be honest. Picture of Cosmo just lounging around with his cone on, and then a picture, a selfie of me, because I was exhausted from the lack of sleep, taking care of Cosmo and all of that. On week 36, I've got a picture of me, doing my one little word and playing with, printing on transparencies. Cosmo with his cone off finally, and me getting my life back, and he is just loving not having his cone on, loving. He has just got a new lease of life. And then I've got a photo of me in my craft room, and that is going to be the photo that I'm going to use as one of my one little word for September, because one of the prompts is for taking photos of you and your word. So yeah, that is my good time, in the fact that I have my life back, crafting when I want to, doing things when I want to, and I'm on my own schedule. So hells yes. So you can see me kind of fiddling around with images here in that middle row. So I got 3 images of when we went for sushi for our anniversary. And rather than have them 3 in a row, I just layer them one on top of each other. I put a little tiny brad through the photos and then attach that to the page. It's just a great way of adding more photos to the page without missing anything, because I knew there was another story that I wanted to tell on this. So that 9 is for the month, it's September, but also I put all of the wedding anniversary journaling on there. And the funny thing is, we went for sushi. We hadn't been for sushi for ages, and we had the jalapeno poppers there, and I think there were 6. I think there were 6, so there should have been 3 each. And the first one that my husband had was very, very strong, and he was like, I'm done. I can't possibly have another one. So I ended up eating all of them, which was great, because I love spicy foods. My husband can't really take spicy foods anymore, but yeah, I still love spicy foods. And then we've got the bottom picture there on the right hand side is Slow Horses season 4. If you have not watched this series, highly recommend. It's on Apple TV, but yeah, it's so good. It's so good. And again, for us, because it's set in London, and you know, it's just, yeah, it's a lot of nostalgia, a lot of nostalgia. So yeah, that is all of my photos for the week, the 2 weeks. So I'm just adding some little journaling spots, like again, just filling in the little pieces of stories that I can tell, and yeah, just filling those in. It's crazy to me that I was behind for a while on this project, and now I'm caught up, and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe this is like week 36 when I consider there's only 52 weeks in a year, right? Like, wow, this year has just flown by. I was actually saying to Rini that it feels like Groundhog Day, where it's the same day over and over, but time keeps on going. Time keeps on going. And if anything, time is moving faster. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so I'm putting on some of the stickers, and again, I'm using the rainbow book from Happy Planner. And I know I've got a stripy journaling card here, but I do fill that out later because I wanted to put something about the weather. So yeah, I do use that for a little journaling about the weather later on. And that's something that I've been meaning to do and then just didn't get around to, because it was funny. I saw Ali Edwards did a spread, and she literally put the temperature on all of her journaling spots like throughout the week. And I was like, man, that is such a good way to incorporate other themes, I guess, of the week. So yeah, this is why I want to get back to more documenting. Again, it's memory keeping, but it's documenting the stories. It's the stories that we're focusing on here, right? So yeah. So I'm just using stickers from that rainbow book. This is the one that I've been using the whole of this year, I think, in this project. And this is a book that I found cheap at grocery outlet. I actually have another one of these, so I have two. But yeah, again, if you haven't watched Slow Horses, what are you doing with your life? It is so good. It is so good. But it was just funny that I think it was the Sunday we realized that we hadn't watched the season premiere. So we went and had our sushi, and then at night time we actually ate in because neither of us was that hungry. But yeah, we ate in, and then we watched Slow Horses with a beer, and that was our anniversary done. 26 years. It's crazy how time flies. But yeah, so I'm just adding more little snippets of I want to say like the little headers and stuff like that. They come in really handy for this project. So yeah, don't be afraid to put stickers on your photos and tell the stories in your way. I guess that's the kind of theme here that I want to say. Tell the stories in your way. The other thing I wanted to say, the picture of Cosmo that you can't see here, but the picture of Cosmo there on the bottom left, we started, because he kept crashing into things, we have a new nickname for him, which is Captain Clonk, because he was just like clonking into everything and just creating havoc wherever he went. So yeah, so I'm just going to write some journaling about our anniversary, and I'm going to use the Fudenosuke pen, and this is the Kuretake pen. Again, like just little things like changing the width of your pen can make a whole bunch of difference. But that is a pen, the Kuretake is one that I want to use more often and do more like calligraphy type stuff with it, because it's just a great pen. And yeah, I do like my Fudenosuke's as well though. But yeah, again, just changing the width of your pen can just change things so much. Even if it's just a regular like marker pen, a thick marker pen. So I'm trying to figure out whether I want to do some little like journaling spots elsewhere. So I just add another one to the creative stuff that I did for One Little Word. And that's what I'm enjoying again, like taking time to do the creative stuff. I actually got my tablet charged up and I'm playing in Procreate again right now. Taking these little Dollar Tree wall decal stickers, and I'm putting them on as the temperature. I think we did have 110, but I didn't have all of the numbers, so I just put 108. I didn't want to put a 9 because I already have a 9 on the page, so I was like, yeah, it was 108 at some point, so I did 108. Again, we've had a good week of over 100 degree temperatures again. So yeah, but it has cooled down. It has cooled down since then, and thank heavens, because I was so over it. I am ready for fall. I'm not usually, but this year I am freaking ready for fall. So yeah, that is my one little word for week 35 and week 36. It's crazy to me that we're this far through, but here we are. Here we are, and all of my stories are down, and the memories are there, the photos are there, and I'm really loving this project. If you have a spare happy planner or folder or something, highly recommend this project for something to do for 2025. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next time, my planner pals. Bye.